Welcome in, guys. Randy here. I got the Skyliner out today. We're going to do a little rip around the neighborhood and just practice a little bit. I'll tell you, the hardest thing when flying FPV, in my opinion, is the landing. Because when you're flying fast speed, you're holding the throttle at a steady position. There's no real need for many adjustments. But coming in to land, you got to fly slow, and flying slow requires a lot of minute adjustments to the controls. So we're going to see how it turns out. Stick with me. Hopefully we have a little bit of fun. Nothing crazy happens. But let's get to it. We'll see how it goes. All right, this is pack 1. Excuse me. Like I said, I don't fly this thing that much, so anything can happen. We're gonna hope for the best and expect the worst. I really don't like to fly this around the neighborhood that much because safety issues. But we're gonna give it a go and make sure I'm in frame. And you can see the quad. All right, let's do it. Now I did adjust the PID tunings a little bit, I was getting a little oscillation, so we'll see if it helps. Seems to be better.
Telemetry lost. Telemetry recovered.
All right. I don't know if you can hear, but they're running at the track today. This is one of the last events of the year. I'm going to head down there later. You can't really do much low ripping around here with all the trees and the neighborhood. Tell you, this thing has so much power compared to flying the DJI FPV drone. There's a considerable difference. With as you all do know, the FPV drone is like a sack of potatoes rather than a potato. And this the Skyliner here, which is the same thing with most other FPV drones, carbon that is so light. The power to weight ratio is so much better. It seems to be flying a lot better. I was getting a lot of oscillation, like jittering, I guess you would say. But it seems to be doing well. Let me walk out here, face the quad. I tell you, my batteries seem to be dying awfully fast. We got 2 minutes on it. I'm usually good for about 4 minutes. I'd like to get that roll rate turned up, but when I tried to do that, I started getting jitters, so. We're at 22.3 volts. I'm going to bring it in for a landing, and we'll put the second pack in and give that one a go. Like I said, the landing is the hardest part with these, because the camera's pointing in the air. I'll end up in the tree. Very small corrections of the throttle. I'm going to bring it over here. Try to set it down nice and easy. Easier said than done. There we go. Not the smoothest, but I've definitely had worse. I know one of these batteries, I was flying one day, and 22.2 volts is the minimum you should run them down to. Well, I was out about 1,000 feet maybe, and it was on 22.2, and then it started dropping to 21. I don't know what happened, but I started coming back, and I probably should have landed immediately. But by the time I noticed, it was at like 18 volts.
Telemetry lost.
And I think I may have damaged the battery a little bit, because I don't know, it seemed to act a little funny. Like the next time I charged it, it didn't want to go to a full 25, I forget what it is, 25 point something volts. But I don't think I damaged it too bad. Seems to be doing okay. But I definitely need to get me some more batteries. As of right now, I only have these two. They're Tatsu R-Line 4.0 1550s. They seem to be working out okay. Little heavy battery, but this thing's got plenty of power to launch them.
Telemetry recovered.
Yeah, like I said, the hardest part about flying a true carbon quad, in my opinion, is the landing. Because you got to do, it's just very small corrections in the throttle and the roll and pitch. So, flying fast is relatively easy. Flying steady, because like I said, you're holding the throttle at a steady position. But when you come in to land, it gets to be a little tricky. We're at 24.8 volts. See, I don't know if I need a new battery charger, but the one I got off Amazon, it doesn't seem to charge them to a true 25, I think it's 25.2 volts. I'm not 100% on that, I have to check. But when I hook it to the drone, it always says 24 point something, so I have to check that out. But we're gonna get ready, pack 2, Skyliner Mark 3. A little better launch that time. Like I said, it's easy to launch when you just jam the throttle, but to launch very gently, it takes definitely a little bit of skill. See, if that was the potato, it would have done hit the ground by now. I'm not the best pilot, but I can definitely fly acro.
Telemetry lost. Telemetry recovered.
See, I don't want to take it out.
Telemetry lost. Telemetry recovered.
I don't want to take it out too far and lose signal and fail-safe this thing, especially not over the neighborhood. Try to keep it safe. Watch out for the trees. Definitely don't want to lose it in the cornfield. We're at 22.6 volts. Doing pretty good. We're at 2 minutes and 22 seconds on the clock.
Telemetry lost. Telemetry recovered.
That's one big thing I noticed with these carbon quads is the flight time. Flight time is not on par with DJI, but that's to be expected. Really don't have much to fly around here, but like I said, I'm just practicing. Try to come in and bring it down low and slow. I really should practice more with this thing. I need some more batteries because 2 batteries just isn't enough. And see, when you slow down, the camera angle dictates everything when flying FPV. If you got your camera angle up high and you want to see level, you gotta tilt it forward, which means you're going to go faster. And this camera angle is tilted down at the lowest angle it can go. So any tilt that I can do to it is going to speed it up. And what I'm getting at here is when you try to come into land real slow, your camera's pointing up, so you really don't have a great visual of what's on the ground. So you got to be careful. I stuck it in that tree right there on the left one day. Not too bad now. See if we can go through the trees. Alright, not too bad. Woo! Alright, we're at 22 volts. Let's bring it back home. 21. Yeah, you gotta be careful. I think this might be the damaged battery. Alright, bring it down nice and easy. This is a lot harder than it looks, I tell you. I'm going to try to bring it over and set it down just gentle as we can. .1 volts, don't want to go much lower than that. Alright. Yeah, like I said, I wish I had more batteries, but this is all I can do right now. Works out pretty good, I guess. But yeah, Skyliner Mark 3 6S. Pretty fun drone, you know. It's pretty durable. I have dumped it a few times. Haven't had any issues. Yeah, I do highly recommend it. Rotorite, it makes very high quality stuff, and they come pre-tuned with a really nice tune on them, so you don't have to do no PID tunings. With the home built quads, I really don't have time to sit there and put one together and pre-tune it. So I like to fly. I don't necessarily like to build. I know I can do it. I do have some soldering experience, but it's just a time factor for me. Time is everything, and when you got 4 kids and a wife to please, and time is just, you know, it's a hot commodity. But I appreciate you guys watching, and like I said, I'm gonna try to do some more videos with this thing. It's not too hard to get everything set up. It's just you gotta watch the batteries. You can't throw them on charge and let them go. But yeah, I hope you guys got a little information out of this video, and I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you in the next one.